Hello and welcome to another. So I'm Rohan Ahmed Sajjati and today I'll be going to show you all the project which I made as a part of my internship at the Sparks Foundation. So in this particular project I worked on sports analytics and I solved some business use case using Python programming language and also created some dashboards using Tableau and displayed the key findings that were obtained from the analysis. So let's begin with the coding part. So here I first displayed this particular image which just to make our video and code look some more appealing, and then I just unzipped the file that contains the data. So the data is about the famous Indian Premier League, which is a very famous cricket tournament that is held annually in India. And then I just imported all the required libraries. After that I displayed the head part of both of the files that were there in that zip file just to get more familiar with the data, and then I performed missing value analysis. So I found that there were some columns which were more than half filled with null values, and so I just defined this particular function that is handle missing values. What it does is that it just drops the columns which are more than 35% filled with null values, and drops the rest of the rows which are having null values in the other columns, and returns a data frame which is free from all the null values. And after doing that I found out that there are two columns, one is venue and the other one is the city column. So I derived another feature which is the home ground feature. So I defined the dictionary which contains the data taken from the web about the teams and their respective home grounds. So I just created a new feature in our dataset, which is the home ground feature. So it just contains the information about which team has on which team's home ground this match is being played, and if there is none of them it just contains the third value which is none. And after that I dropped some of the useless columns like city and date and venue, umpire details, etc. And after doing that I just displayed a chart, a bar chart containing the win percentage of different teams, or it can also be set as the chances of winning for different teams. And after that I checked the performances of different teams at their homes versus the win percentage generally. So I found out that there is a huge difference when huge chances of winning when the teams are playing at their home. So all of the teams play better at their home, far better than what they generally do. And followed by that I just plotted a scatter plot displaying in which year which team was the most successful one. So in this particular chart success is defined as the most number of matches won, so in that particular season. So here's the chart. So we can clearly see that MI has won it 4 times, did that 4 times, CSK 3 times and KKR 2 times. And after that I displayed some 2 pie charts that are related to toss details. So I found that the teams that usually bat first have an upper hand in the match, and then the teams that field first. So after this I checked the effect of Duckworth Lewis, which is a thing that happens in cricket due to some rains or weather issues or any other XYZ issues. So in this they just shorten the number of overs and shorten up the game. So in Duckworth Lewis matches, the chances of win by the team which fields first is quite more than the team which bats first. And after doing that, I just displayed the most valuable players, or the players with the most number of man of the match awards. So we can clearly see that this CH Gale and AB de Villiers and RG Sharma have an upper hand in this, and also displayed the chart having most valuable players yearly. So it displays in which year which player has won this award most number of times. And after that, I displayed a chart that is related to number of matches played by different teams. So because some teams played for only 1 or 2 seasons, and some from the beginning to the end. So here, as we all can see, these KTK, PW or the Pune Warriors or Delhi Capital, Deccan Chargers or Gujarat Lions, all these played for about 3-4 seasons only. And then I just plotted the batting and bowling performances by different teams. So here are the average number of runs scored by a team in a particular match, and the average number of runs conceded. And then I just displayed the most successful batsman of all time. So here, as we all can see, that V Kohli has the most number of runs, followed by SK Raina and then RG Sharma. And I displayed this particular chart because in each sport, the person who scores has quite a huge fan following and popularity. So the top run scorers are expected to have the same thing. So that could be very much helpful in this in solving this particular business use case. And now comes the question which was asked, which we had to answer. So find out the most successful teams, players and factors contributing to win or loss. So from our analysis, we have clearly observed that Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings and KKR are 3 most successful teams, having good overall figures with great win percentages, both generally as well as when they are playing at their home ground. And then these teams have good batting as well as bowling figures, and also concede less number of runs. And in addition to the above stated facts, they have also been the most successful teams by winning the most number of matches and more seasons than any other teams. And now talking about some of the famous players, the most valuable players, as I just showed you all above, our CH Gale, AB de Villiers and all. And after that, some of the most successful batsmen were V Kohli and SK Raina. And the number of and some key findings on the factors which affect the match results according to our analysis were the home ground. So home ground matters a lot, as we have seen in the first graph only. And then the team strength. So teams like KKR, CSK and MI are more likely to win than the other teams. And the effect of toss is also mentioned above, and the effect of DL as well. And the other question which we were asked to answer from our analysis was, suggest teams or players which a company should endorse for its products. So from our analysis, a company should use teams like CSK, KKR or MI to endorse their products, as they are the most successful ones in this particular tournament. And talking about the players, so they are CH Gale, RG Sharma, AB de Villiers, and some of the successful batsmen like V Kohli, SK Raina, etc. are the most successful batsmen of this league, and hence would potentially increase the sales and revenue by drawing out new customers and also retaining the existing ones. So they are expected to increase customer retention as well as to bring new customers. And now let's see the dashboard which I made using Tableau. So here are some of the charts. This bar chart depicts the effect of home ground. So CSK has win percentage at home as 87.5%, which is quite great, and the win percentage generally, which means counting away matches as well as the at home matches. So that's great as well, 60.49%. And then here comes the year-wise most successful teams. So this tells us that which team was the table toppers of which year, and then the effect of toss decision and effect of DL is mentioned here as well. So win percentage while fielding first and win percentage while batting first in both of those cases, and then the batting and bowling performances of different teams. So here the bowling performance means that the number of runs conceded and the number of runs scored. And then comes the analysis of different players. So here, as we all can see, these were the most valuable players of all times in this particular tournament. So SK Raina, RG Sharma, again those same names, DA Warner, AB de Villiers, and some of the most successful batsmen as well. And now here's most valuable players year-wise is also mentioned here. So this polygon chart depicts that which person was the most won the most man of the match awards most number of times in a particular year. So this AD Russell won the most number of man of the match awards in 2019, and in 2018 Rashid Khan won it most number of times. So from this chart we could infer that we could take the recent the players which were the most successful players in the past 2-3 seasons. So this AD Russell, Rashid Khan and this NM Coulter-Nile can also be used to endorse our that particular product. So I hope you like this particular idea. Make sure to give your valuable feedback in the comment section. Thank you all. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.